But so people were pissed off in regards to that. So a lot of people are in sensitive times right now. People are feeling a way about certain things. And so she apologized. But it's like, yeah, and people are sensitive. And I've also noticed that because of what people are saying, they're pointing, there's blame game. It's time for the blame game. So people are pointing fingers, people are pissed. Anytime they find out a celebrity has endorsed this man or whatever the case is, they're like, oh, canceled. We don't want nothing to do with them. Take her Tony nomination away. We want her off this damn show and all this other stuff. So with all of that being said, she has taken to social media to apologize because Russell Brand, flashed a red hat saying make Jesus first again. And we all know that religion had a lot to do with the spreading of misinformation and things. Oh yeah, the trans kids are evil. They're gonna fund gender reassignment in prison. The gays are bad. Let's point the finger at all them. Meanwhile, they're gonna be out, these billionaires and millionaires and rich folk are gonna be out here stealing all the shit from y'all, while we, as the smaller conglomerates, are going to be with the infighting. We're going to be the immigrants, all the immigrants. And I'm not just talking about Mexican, Latino, whatever. We're talking about the Irish. We're talking about the Jews. We're talking about the blacks. We're talking about the gays, the women, all of us who are not at the top 1%. We're going to be fighting each other while they're sitting there stealing democracies and taking bigger pieces of the pie. And we're still going to be out here struggling to, make ends meet. So yeah, so afterwards she took to social media and put out the following and said, I deeply apologize and this is why I despise. When y'all apologize, can y'all stop doing the 24-hour Insta story? Because to me it feels like, oh, it's just some temporary band-aid. You trying to put on some mess and eventually we'll forget and move on. And it's like, just if I'm going to apologize, I'm putting in my regular page. I'm not doing no 24-hour story because it's like, oh, well, something else is going to come along. We'll all forget. I want to put it there so that way y'all know that I am deeply sincere about stuff. But there's been too many of you people out here that put y'all stuff in your stories and then it's forgotten. So she said, I deeply apologize for the hurt caused by my recent engagement with some social media posts. When I commented on these posts, I made the mistake of not realizing that they could be easily interpreted as being politically related, and I apologize to anyone who understandably reached that conclusion. Many presumptions are being drawn which do not reflect who I am, what I stand for, or who I voted for. Many of the marginalized communities feeling hurt and concerned by the results of the presidential election are people I care about most. I stand with them as I always have throughout my life and career. If you know me, you know that. Well, clearly a lot of people don't know you, so they don't know that. And Nicole, girl, first of all, nobody could figure out who the hell you was as a pop star. So you really think that we supposed to know who you are as a person? Because we don't know that if you've been standing up for people that you care about and that you stand up for marginalized communities. Like if I pull up, if I mention Madonna, if I mention Chapel Roan, if I mention, people like that, we know that they stand on stuff because they're out here on the forefronts making it be known. I ain't never heard nothing about no Nicole standing up for anybody. Maybe the men that she be fucking, but other than that, no, I've never heard her mention anything of this magnitude. But okay, we'll entertain it because that's what she's putting in the post. So they said, like so many others, in times of adversity and uncertainty, I turn to my faith. Here we go. Now this is the thing that pissed people off because now you're bringing up the religion thing. I believe that the posts I engaged with were about encouraging people to choose love and faith, putting Jesus first. For me, Christ embodies peace, compassion, hope, and above all this, why I feel like she's about to go start singing I Will Always Love You. And above all, unconditional love, especially for those who may feel it the least right now. I come from a place of love, and I will always support values that bring us closer together. It's so important that we come together with compassion, with love, and love one another now more than ever. Go. So yeah, that's her post. Now the question, believes, is: are y'all calling BS on what she had to say? Oh yeah, that was the post that Russell Brand. I swear to Christ, I think them teeth are fake. Them teeth are so damn big for my. And that's another thing too. Why y'all be out here buying them veneers, but the veneers be way too big for y'all damn mouth? So yeah, that's the hat. And this is what we need to bring up. So it's like, okay, sis, you trying to brush it off like it's a one-time situation. because, people are making presumptions that she's a Trump supporter. But you like the post from Robert F. Kennedy. We brought this up the other day, saying that, yes, at Russell Brand, at Tucker Carlson, I will restore free speech, end the forever wars, and protect children's health once we get real Donald Trump back in the White House. So if you are liking this post, it makes people believe that you believe in the policies that they're in the propaganda and all the things that they're saying with Robert F. Kennedy and his conspiracy theories, especially when he's talking about the fluoride in the water that is causing people to lose their like learning disabilities and all these other things. Like, there's a lot of conspiracy theories that he's going around, and he's been people have been asking him about, well, now that you are part of the situation, are you going to be removing certain things, especially when it comes to things about fluoride in the water and all this other stuff. He's been tap dancing around them more so than Gregory damn Hines at, Lincoln Center. World famous tap dancer, for those of y'all who don't know. So, in that regard, it's sort of like, sis, read the room. And that's what people are saying. So when you have, hold on, these clucking hens over here disregarding what was said, this is when it's like, okay, clearly y'all getting y'all information from your little producers because y'all only probably got what? A couple of, like, maybe an hour or two to brush up on what's going on in Hot Topic, and you only get 7 minutes for 5 women to sit up there and spill the tea before y'all got to go to a damn commercial break. So you're all gonna lump that in and just be like, oh no, it's just, everybody's overreacting. So yeah, so to get to the View situation, so they, according to Dylan, they said that today the ladies came to the defense of Broadway's Nicole Scherzinger against the mob mentality of social media, even saying that Sunset Boulevard stars should not have apologized for liking Russell Brand's MAGA-style Make Jesus First Again ball cap. Now, after Whoopi, who was the moderator of the show, by the way, reminded viewers during today's Hot Topic segment that Nicole was raised in conservative Kentucky, is a devout Catholic, and has supported the LGBTQ community. She asked her co-panelists for their thoughts on the online backlash. Now, they all defended her, whose performance as Norma Desmond has drawn rave reviews and Tony Award speculation. Her comment on Brand's X page was, Twitter, because I don't call it X, was criticized at best tone deaf, given her recent stage success comes with a generally liberal Broadway community that views MAGA as detrimental to the rights of gay people and women. And we should also talk about how art is literally on the line. They're taking art out of schools. They're defunding a lot of art programs, where art is what, I guess, it keeps the wheel going. Like, when all this other stuff is going on, who wants to be engulfed in politics all day? First of all, I go nuts if that was what all I was in. But art allows us to express ourselves in a way where you can fight against the establishment and all these things. And slowly but surely, art is being removed. They're taking away so many programs and funds and things, and we have that newer generation where we need to go into that. I was watching something earlier, I think it was Katie Sackhoff has a podcast, and she had Jamie Bamber on there, who, they both were on Battlestar Galactica, and he was talking about how, like, in France, that, well, he said in the UK, where he's from, because he's British, he said that they're defunding and taking away a lot of art programs and stuff, kind of similar to America. But in France, which I gagged over, and it's like, why do people always have better programs than us? We're supposed to be progressive. We're the younger country, but we lack progressiveness in a lot of things. We don't want people to thrive, apparently. But he said something or another that in France, with their art program, is that it's seasonal. So it's like, even, they film more in the summer than the winter. So during the wintertime, they take care of you if you're in the arts, which is like, you're able to take care of yourself during the downtime until the new season starts up again. So you ain't got to worry about being out here struggling as an actor, or the possibility of, oh yeah, well, you need to figure out how you're going to get money. So get back and start waiting tables. Nobody wants to sit and wait tables for the rest of their life. The whole goal of as being an artist is you do what you got to do to get to a point where you made it, and then you don't have to struggle no more. But you go to France and they be supporting their people. Why can't we do that here? And if you think that the Trump administration gives a damn about y'all about to be in for a rude awakening. You ain't gonna feel it when he get in on January 21st. But you definitely gonna feel it a couple of years, if not decades from now. And I don't even think we're even gonna come back from all this mess in my lifetime. So yeah, they also wanted to say, well, this is what Anna Navarro said. She said emotions are so raw. It's overkill. I think people are losing their minds. Right now, social media is a rough, rough place to be. You can literally post a picture of puppies and there will be people. Well, that is true. However, I don't think this applies to Nicole. Now, maybe people are getting in on her about the red hat, and people are a little bit too sensitive in that regard. And I was willing to be with the women if I didn't know prior that she has liked certain pro-Trump conspiracy theory posts. So it's like, I don't care. And here's the thing. I kind of I kind of take offense to the thing about Whoopi, where it says in the article, because I didn't watch the episode yet. Because usually The View, I only watch it if it's on Hulu or whatever. I could watch it on their YouTube channel, but because they now upload the episodes. But if I want to see, usually I just wait for Hulu. But if they don't pop up, because sometimes Hulu, y'all be blowing my, y'all put shows up a little too damn late, and I be trying to watch it, and I'm like, well, screw y'all. I'm gonna just go to YouTube and watch the video. But when y'all talk about, oh, she was raised in conservative Kentucky, which I get, and the fact of the matter is, I still don't understand how y'all voted Mitch McConnell and these same idiots that's pretty much keeping y'all in poverty. How do you continue to give these people platforms? How do you continue to vote for these people? It just goes to show that y'all clearly, it shows that y'all love being in an abusive relationship or y'all had an abusive childhood and don't know how to get out of it. But I get the fact that she was raised in conservative Kentucky. But just because you was raised in a conservative place doesn't mean that you need to still continue to indoctrinate abuse on other people. And we've heard this argument so many times where people will be like, oh, well, yeah, you support the LGBTQIA plus community. And did we just do a story on closet cases who be sitting out here hunching the gays and then y'all went out and voted for Trump? So what does that even mean? The fact that, oh, well, she grew up in a conservative little area and she supported the gays. But then you backhand the very people that kept your career afloat by supporting a man who could give two shits and a flying fuck about us, basically. So I don't like when y'all be doing that. Oh, but they support them. Okay, and what that got to do with the price of tea in China? There are people that support all the time and sit and do a lot of lip service and donate and those other things, but low key will vote against their own damn self-interest or against the very people. There's been many conversations I've been having with so many people since she won, since he won, that this has been the overall argument and conversation that I've been seeing people have all over social media. So yeah, it was not only the hat thing, but of course, it was the RFK thing. And what some people said, and then I guess I'll finish up with the whole thing and everything, but people did comment. They said, imagine using gay people to promote your new show and then abandoning us at the ballot box. Shame on you. This is what one person wrote on social media, which is kind of like what I was trying to get at, but you know me. I tend to go around the world and I to get them a point. But they pretty much summed it up. Another one chimed in and said, and any Tony nom is gone with the wind, fabulous. Now twirl, twirl. And they said, just like your gay fans, bye. Scherzinger, as we said, she apologized. But then somebody else pointed out that she wore a Kamala Harris shirt before she she made the comment on Russell Brand's thing. And I'm like, okay, so maybe she did support Kamala. I don't know. I'm confused. But in her post, a lot of people, including myself, were saying, but you didn't say who you voted for. You kept your post was very vague. And so, and of course, there were some people out here that were saying justice for Melody. Where is this Melody? And then, of course, and let me not forget about this. See, if the research department was on their stuff, maybe y'all need to hire me over there at the View, so that way y'all have all your I's dotted and your T's crossed, instead of just gonna forget everybody's just going crazy and all that lip service, which, like I said before, I really feel like the View caused her the election, because when they asked her that question and Kamala couldn't come up with a damn legitimate answer. Okay, it's like, okay, so you're not going to do nothing different. And you pretty much, a lot of people feel like that Kamala Harris has abandoned the working class. So that and in 2016 they said she told the Daily Mail that she almost turned down a role in the TV remake of Dirty Dancing because it featured an abortion storyline. When it's like, bitch, are you dumb? First of all, you know how old Dirty Dancing is? I can't remember the exact year it came out. I think it was 1987. But are you that dense that you don't know that that movie is old and that that plot was in the movie? So maybe you wasn't paying attention to the film like the rest of us was. But that abortion plot was in the damn movie. I was like, where is the I was looking for the other picture. Okay. I was like, why is she look? See, that's another one. She need to lay off the damn surgery. First of all, we know the lips ain't real. You had lip injections. Look like you had your, when you lost all that weight, you started doing things to your face. And Nicole's a pretty girl, but she looked like she just botched her face up with all that surgery. And they said people are calling for her not to be nominated for a Tony. This is what Sarah Haynes said, and saying that the mom mentality on social media is poisonous and toxic, and saying that how the people calling for her not being nominated is ridiculous. It got out of control. Sunny Hostin said emotions are so raw, but I think it's just ridiculous. And then Navarro chimed back in again, said, does this mean I can get tickets now for the show? Because it was very sold out. I thought about getting tickets during the preview, but I just, it was a lot going on there. But yeah, it's just like this show was in high demand. And as And then, Goldberg, Whoopi done said this. And she said, and it's still going to be very sold out. She's brilliant in the show. She liked a hat. Relax. She liked a hat about Jesus. I would think that would be a unifying thing. It's a hat. It's just a hat. Well, you know that the thing, one thing about The View, the ladies of The View, is that, they're gonna take something that has a lot of layers and deep and just brush it off with just some little generic much ado about nothing because they don't have the wherewithal to even know the full story, which is what I brought y'all in regards of the whole situation. So now look, I don't know if that's the back of the playbook or the front, but if she don't have a problem signing a playbill with Harry Potter on it, why couldn't Patty Lupone sign that playbill that had Hell's Kitchen on the front? But anyway, so I say all this to say, what do y'all think of this story? I know I was like, I lumped both topics into one situation. So I already know when I cut this up, it's going to be a long one. So what do y'all think about this story? Do you accept Nicole's apology? Do you feel, do you feel that it was genuine, it was sincere, that she meant it? And then on top of that, what do you think of the View ladies chiming in on this? Do you feel like they maybe didn't have all the facts in regards to this whole situation? And I guess even if they have the facts, they're not going to really address it because they don't want to ruffle feathers when it comes to their celebrity friends. And then on top of that, like, y'all don't want to talk policy, especially when it comes to politics. So if they don't really want to talk the real stuff when it comes to politics, why would you expect them to do it, talk about real issues or a real hot topic when it comes to talking about celebrities on that tight ass show? So let me know what you guys think of this story in the comments down below.